Downton Abbey 3 is finally showing its first footage, and it's all about the Crawleys getting ready to say goodbye. The new movie, called Downton Abbey the Grand Finale, dropped a sneak peek at CinemaCon and is hitting theaters this September. It's going to wrap up the whole series after 6 seasons and 2 movies. We don't know much about the plot yet, but the good news is that all the main cast is back. At Universal's CinemaCon event, Focus Features gave some fresh details. The trailer kicks off at a horse race, with Carson announcing it's 1930. You get a few shots of Lady Mary and Edith. Then one by one, the original cast shows up at Downton Abbey again. Lady Mary's rocking a red outfit, and there's lots of party scenes with everyone celebrating. The trailer ends with Robert kissing his hand and resting it on the side of the Abbey, a pretty emotional moment. Even though there aren't many plot details yet, the Downton Abbey the Grand Finale footage gives off a really nostalgic and heartfelt vibe for the series wrap-up. Carson, played by Jim Carter, points out that the story's moving into a new decade, the 1930s, which has always meant big changes for the Crawleys and their crew. Since the show and the past 2 movies have shown how history shapes their lives, it looks like this final movie will dive into how the 1930s bring both uncertainty and major life shifts for everyone at Downton. In 1927, the Crawleys learn King George V and Queen Mary will visit Downton during their Yorkshire tour. The staff prepares eagerly, but Lady Mary doubts Barrow, the butler, can handle it, so she calls back retired butler Carson, upsetting Barrow. When the boiler breaks, the repairman's interest in Daisy sparks Andy's jealousy. As royal staff arrive early, Richard Ellis, the king's valet, is friendly, but others in the entourage act entitled, taking over the estate and causing things to go missing. The day before the visit, Bertie and Edith Pelham arrive. Despite heavy rain, Lady Mary leads a chaotic attempt to set up parade chairs. The weather clears just in time, and the king and queen meet the Crawleys. Violet has a tense moment with Maud, the queen's lady-in-waiting, who had left her estate to her maid rather than Robert. In the village, Tom meets Major Chetwode, who's actually planning to assassinate the king. Tom and Mary stop him just in time. Later, Tom comforts Princess Mary, who's upset about her marriage. While the royals stay at Downton, Anna and Mr. Bates lead the staff to regain control. Barrow and Ellis scheme to send some royal staff back early by tricking Mr. Wilson. Anna discovers Miss Lawton, the queen's dresser, has been stealing and uses this to get her to alter Lady Hexam's gown. With help from Mr. Molesley and Albert, the staff pull off a successful farewell dinner, with the king praising their menu and Molesley proudly claiming the credit. That night, Barrow and Ellis go to York. Barrow is invited to a secret gay nightclub, but a police raid leads to arrests. Ellis uses his royal connections to get Barrow released. Meanwhile, Isabel uncovers that Lucy is Maud's illegitimate daughter, explaining the estate's inheritance, and persuades Maud to confess to Violet. Henry returns from abroad and joins the Crawleys and royals at Harewood House. At a ball, Princess Mary credits Tom with saving her marriage and nudges the king to thank him, hinting he knows about the assassination attempt. The king cancels Bertie's planned Africa trip after learning Edith is pregnant, with Cora and the queen's help. Maud finally reveals Lucy's parentage to Violet, who accepts it and encourages a match between Tom and Lucy, noticing their growing closeness. At the end, Lady Mary asks Violet about a recent London trip. Violet hints she may not have much time left, but reassures Mary that Downton's future is secure. Meanwhile, Tom finds Lucy on the terrace, and they share a quiet dance beneath the stars while music plays from the ball inside. In 1928, Tom Branson, now a widower after losing Lady Sybil, remarries. His new wife, Lucy Smith, is the illegitimate but only daughter of Lady Maud Bagshaw, a lady-in-waiting to Queen Mary. Lucy is also Lady Maud's heir, making this marriage significant both socially and financially. This union connects Tom to a new elite circle and brings additional changes to the Crawley family dynamic. Around the same time, Violet Crawley, the Dowager Countess, reveals she owns a villa in the south of France. She was gifted the property years ago by the recently deceased Marquis de Montmirail. Violet decides to pass the villa on to her great-granddaughter Sibby, daughter of Tom and Sybil, giving Sibby a financial and social footing on par with her cousins. Meanwhile, a film crew expresses interest in using Downton Abbey as the backdrop for a silent film titled The Gambler. Although Robert is initially wary of the idea, Lady Mary persuades him to accept the proposal, explaining that the money could fund necessary repairs to the estate. The staff is thrilled about the chance to meet movie stars, though the lead actress, Myrna Dalglish, proves difficult and abrasive. The new Marquis de Montmirail invites the Crawleys to visit the villa. Violet stays behind due to poor health, but several family members and staff make the trip, including Tom, Lucy, Edith, and Bertie, Lady Bagshaw, and Carson. Edith takes advantage of the visit to write an article for her magazine. Meanwhile, Mary remains at Downton to supervise the filming, aided by Mrs. Carson. While at the villa, the Marquis's mother contests Violet's claim to the property, but the family's lawyer affirms the legality of the gift. During the visit, the Marquis hints that Robert might actually be his half-brother, a claim that disturbs Robert deeply. That night, Cora reveals she might be seriously ill, which overwhelms Robert emotionally. Back at Downton, production on The Gambler is halted as silent films fall out of favor. Mary suggests transforming the movie into a talkie. The male lead, Guy Dexter, transitions smoothly, but Myrna struggles due to her thick Cockney accent. Mrs. Hughes proposes dubbing her voice, which initially frightens Myrna. With support from Anna and Daisy, she eventually agrees. Mr. Molesley helps write new dialogue thanks to his lip-reading skills. During the shoot, Guy Dexter confides in Barrow, the butler, that he is also gay, and the two begin a relationship. Guy offers Barrow a job in New York, and he accepts. The family returns home while filming wraps up. Mary politely turns down romantic interest from the director, Jack Barber. Her marriage to Henry remains strained due to his frequent absences. Cora's illness turns out to be treatable anemia, and she later helps Myrna refine her American accent. Edith considers taking on more work with her magazine. Daisy and Andy match up Daisy's former father-in-law with Mrs. Patmore. When extras walk off the set, Downton staff step in to help. Molesley is offered a screenwriting job and proposes to Miss Baxter, though an open mic accidentally broadcasts it. Before passing away, Violet reassures Robert of his parentage. She dies peacefully, surrounded by loved ones. Carson comes out of retirement briefly to train Andy. Later, Tom and Lucy return with their baby, and a portrait of Violet is hung in her honor. As A New Era was set in 1928, this new one will jump ahead by 2 years. We don't know for sure if the story ends with the Crawleys giving up Downton for good, but there's a scene where Robert, played by Hugh Bonneville, kisses the building, which feels like a big tribute to what Downton means to the family. It probably won't be a totally sad goodbye though, since there are lots of happy, celebratory moments shown. So even if it's a bit bittersweet, the finale looks like it'll end on a hopeful note. About the new Downton Abbey the grand finale footage, it's definitely going to be emotional. This is the last movie in the series, and it's also the first one without Maggie Smith's iconic Dowager Countess, Violet. Even before Maggie passed away in 2024, her character died at the end of A New Era. So, this final film will likely be a heartfelt tribute to both Maggie Smith and Violet. While the footage we've seen so far feels uplifting, I'm guessing there will be plenty of tears during the movie. Well, that's it for today. Are you ready to say goodbye, or hoping for one last surprise? Let me know in the comments, and don't forget to subscribe for more movie updates. See you next time!